everyone, it's Reagan with Amora Designs. I got a request for how I did my shaker box in my Cruise Mini for my mom. I'm not going to do this exact one, but it's basically the same exact steps. So all the instructions will be the same, and I'll tell you if I did anything different. But basically, I cut my shape out on my Cricut. This time I used just some, this was from a scrapbook kit that I bought, so it's just the cardboard that was in there with the kit. I cut it out with my Cricut. I cut out this heart from the Accent Essentials, and I cut it at 4.5 on shadow. So I cut one frame and one heart, so you'll need this. You'll need one frame and one heart. And what I did is I used this Scotch Scrapbooker's glue with 2A applicator, and I put glue all over the front of this, and I put it face down on the back side of the cardstock so that the front side of the cardstock shows. And I got this. I inked all the edges with Fired Brick. And then on this one, which is this piece, I used my Versamark pad and I rubbed it over this, and then I used Stampin' Stuff embossing powder. It's the let's see, it's the red tinsel. So I put that over there and heat embossed it. On this shaker box, I covered this side and this side and the back of this. So when you have this piece, you're going to cover this, which will be the inside, and then you'll cover the back, which will be this side. And then if you want to cover this with paper, you can, but like I said, I embossed it with the glitter. So once you have that, you'll also need a piece of acetate, or just packaging even, that has the acetate type stuff, and you cut it to the same shape. You can use your Cricut, or I just cut it out by hand, traced it and cut it out by hand so I could make it a little bit smaller. So now what you'll do is you'll have your back piece. And I didn't cover my back, but I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. Probably put them in a mini, and I don't know what it's going to look like. So I want to wait until to cover the back. But you'll have your front and back covered on this. This is your frame that will go over here. But first, you're going to take your acetate piece, and you're going to flip this over. And I used the red tacky tape, and I put it all along the edges. It doesn't have to touch, like, you know, match up or anything, but I put all of the red tape around there, and then I glued this on top of it. So now you have a window like this. With your acetate, you have a window. So then what you'll do is I used Scotch foam tape. You can get this at Walmart, and it's pretty thick. So what I did was I cut strips, and then I cut them in half. And then I took the strips and put them around my shape. Now, a heart shape was kind of, this is only my second one. So the heart shape was a little bit harder because you don't want any spaces, because you don't want whatever you put in here to leak out. So like on this one, it was a little easier because it's a square. So I just, you know, went all the way to the, you know, past the corners so that my tape would touch each other. Okay, so you'll have your tape out like this, and on the shaker box where I used the shells, because the shells were a little bit thicker, I used 2 layers of the foam tape. So I put foam tape down, peeled it off, and put another layer of foam tape around it so that I would have room for the shells. But if you're just doing sand or beads or glitter or snow, you'll only need one, I would think, because it's pretty thin. So what you'll do now is you'll peel all of the backing off. Sorry. This is the part where I'm quiet in the video, sorry. I just, you will pull all of this off so that you can stick it to your back. Now make sure that before you stick it to your back, you put whatever you want inside of your shaker box. So I'm going to use these pink seed beads, and I apologize for the lighting. I'm doing this in the dark and my room has horrible lighting. So anyways, you're going to take your pink seed beads and you're going to pour however much you want. Make sure that you move it from your tape. Now the sand, when I did the sand, I took the sticky stuff off afterwards because I didn't want to get sand on my foam tape. So then you'll take this, and I'm going to set my camera down like this, so hopefully you can still see me, but I'm just going to match them up. I'm just going to match them up so that you don't see the back of one over the other. Here, let me turn it. So I'm just matching it up so that it's even, and then I'll press it down. So let me pick that up. Hope I wasn't in the way. So you match it up, and then your foam keeps your seed beads in there, or whatever you've put in there, and then it moves it around. So that's how I made my shaker box. I don't know if there's an easier way or a better way, or I don't know. Like I said, this one was my first one. So to get the eyelet, before I glued the two together, because I had crossed them at the corners, I don't know if you can see, this corner, I cut the corner across like the foam right here with my X-Acto knife, and then that way I could push these two corners together with an eyelet. So with this one, I could do that because it doesn't go all the way. It doesn't go all the way to the edge. So I'll be able to squeeze this together and put an eyelet, so I can hang it from my book. Or you could punch a hole and hang ribbon or a safety pin or any kind of clip or whatever, and hang it from your mini album. So you can make them however big and however small you want. And so that's my tutorial on the shaker box. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I will try my best to answer them. So thanks for watching. Bye.